The man with the worn craft bag will, by the end of today, turn down $22,000 and tell no one. By the time this day is over, you'll know why not one person he met today. Not his neighbor, not his boss, not the cashier who has rung him up every week for 9 years, has any idea what he is actually worth. And the reason is not modesty. This is Walt, 57, parts counter at a plumbing supply house in Toledo. The bag is his lunch, the same sack, folded twice, reused until it tears. This one's on day 4. In 30 seconds, you'll see the number. From here on, you're not watching Walt's day. You're living it. You wake at 5:50, 2 minutes before the alarm ever rings. 34 years of 6 o'clock shifts trained you for free. You pack the lunch, bread, an apple, the dented green thermos, and fold the craft bag by the door. Then you open one app and look at one number for 40 seconds. Here's the figure your whole street would get wrong. $2.4 million. It splits 3 ways, just under $2 million in index funds, a paid-off $310,000 house, and $110,000 in cash. An index fund, translated. One basket holding a small slice of every big company at once. The house cost $104,000 in 1998. The mortgage died 11 years ago, quietly, like everything else around here. The cash is 2 years of expenses, parked so nothing ever has to be sold on a bad day. You close the app. The market will do something loud today. Your plan doesn't care. One habit before the coffee. If living a day inside money like this is your kind of video, subscribe, but only if the next 14 minutes earn it. Your boss doesn't know the number. Your sister doesn't know. D at the corner shop, who hands you coffee in 40 minutes, doesn't know either. That gap between what people see and what's true isn't shyness. It has a design. By tonight, you'll be able to draw it from memory. The day is about to start moving, so one small favor first. Put the town or state you're sitting in down in the comments. One word, nothing else. I read every single one, and knowing who's really out there changes how these get written. Okay, 640, the corner shop. The bell over the door has announced you about 2,300 times. D doesn't ask anymore. Black coffee, $2.40, exact change. 9 years of mornings. And here's the picture she's built of you. The pickup outside, the same jacket, the careful counting of quarters. Her filing, nice guy, getting by, probably a little behind. She's right about careful. She's off by $2.4 million on everything else. Here's what's still coming before this day is done. A closed office door and $22,000. An envelope promising $40,000 that costs $56,000. A $612 mistake at a lunch table. And a phone call at 3:45 you'll be glad you heard. And at the very end, the reason why nobody, in 9 years, has guessed. First, though, the truck. Your pickup is 13 years old. Its tailgate carries one long dent you've never fixed. Across the street, your neighbor Gary waves. The boat behind him isn't paid for. You wave back. You genuinely like Gary. At the light on Sylvan Avenue, a brand new crew cab pulls up beside you. Temporary plates, still taped in the window. Out of habit, not spite, you run the number. Experian's own lending data puts the average new truck payment above $750 a month. Route that $750 into the boring basket instead, at the market's long-run 7%. 25 years later, it's roughly $570,000. That's what a payment really is. A fortune, leaving quietly in monthly installments. The light turns green. The truck roars off toward its next payment. You have a name for moments like that stoplight. You call it the invisible ledger. The running book of every dollar that stayed yours instead of becoming something to look at. Every entry is money nobody can see. That's the entire trick. Everyone you meet today is standing right next to that ledger. Not one of them can read it. At 9:15, a door closes, and you write the biggest entry of the day. Work. 1,500 part numbers in your head, and a counter bell. What the building sees. The thermos, the craft bag on its shelf. A man who never seems to be in a hurry. A contractor slides a part across. You name the price before the computer does. Your salary is ordinary. The exact figure comes at 1 o'clock, and it will bother you. Here's what nobody at this counter knows. About 6 years ago, this paycheck quietly stopped being the reason you show up. You still clock in at 7:58 anyway, needing a job and choosing one look identical from the outside. Only one of them sleeps the way you slept last night. 20 minutes. Then the office door closes behind you. At 9:15, Hal, your boss for 11 years, closes his office door behind you. The company is opening a second branch, and he wants you running it. Nights, Saturdays, on-call weekends, and about $22,000 a year more, starting now. Nobody says no to this, Walt. You ask one question: who ends up owning your Saturdays? Hal blinks. That wasn't the shape of question he'd prepared for. You tell him you'll sleep on it. By 10:30, you don't need to. After tax, $22,000 is closer to $16,500. The price, roughly 500 extra hours a year. $33 an hour for your last free decade. Past a certain number, a raise stops being an offer. It becomes a bid on the only hours you have left. You decline before lunch, kindly, and give no reason at all. Hal watches you walk back like a man rereading a price tag. Nobody will ever know that number was on the table, which is exactly the point. Hold that thought. At 12:30, the bag comes off the shelf, and a $612 mistake slides across the table. Lunch. The Kraft bag comes off the shelf, folded top and all. Sandwich, apple, thermos coffee, $3 against the $14 drive-through. $11 a day, 240 working days a year, is $2,640. 30 years in the basket, and the lunch bag is worth $250,000. Tyler, 26, drops a dealership brochure next to your Apple. $612 a month, 72 months, $2,900 due at signing, for a truck that photographs beautifully. He's not asking permission. He's asking to be talked out of it, quietly. So you give him the only sentence you've ever needed. Buy the 5-year-old truck, send the $612 to the basket, and let the difference buy the new one later. That's real. $612 a month for 10 years is roughly $100,000. Tyler goes quiet and folds the brochure. Usually it takes twice. And now it's 1 o'clock. Time for the number I promised, the one that should actually bother you. Here is your salary, as promised, $64,000. Your best year ever, your very best, was $67,000. In 34 working years, you have never once earned 6 figures. And the pile is $2.4 million anyway. Sit with how wrong that feels. If that gap just rearranged something in your head, this channel exists for exactly that feeling. Subscribe, and the algorithm keeps these findable. Back to it. Now the math, so this doesn't feel like luck. You put away $1,350 a month, on average, for 31 years. Compounding, money earning money, which then earns its own, does the lifting. At the market's long-run 7%, those deposits alone become roughly $1.65 million. Add the paid-off house and the cash, and there's your $2.4 million on a parts counter salary. One honest caveat, because accuracy beats excitement. Adjust for inflation and the real return is closer to 5%. Call it $1.1 million in today's dollars. Smaller, still life-changing. Still built on $64,000 a year. The national study of millionaires surveyed 10,000 of them. 1 in 3 never had a 6-figure year. The Federal Reserve's own numbers put a millionaire household at roughly 1 in 8 in America. So the picture you've been sold, wealth as the loud truck, isn't just wrong. It's backwards. Most of the loud is financed. Most of the rich are quiet. And if you're behind Walt's curve, hear this clearly. That is not a character flaw. It's a gap in what you were taught. And a gap, unlike a flaw, can be closed. At 2:10, an envelope with your name on it is going to promise you $40,000. On afternoon break, you open yesterday's mail. Pre-approved. $40,000. Your name in a font that pretends to know you. The fine print. 11.9% APR, the yearly price of borrowed money, for 72 months. Run it once. About $780 a month. Roughly $56,000, handed back for the privilege of 40. Read that again from the lender's side of the table. They profit when your money moves. You profit when it stays. And no, nobody there is twirling a mustache. There's no conspiracy in this envelope. Just an incentive, wearing a stamp, aimed at your weakest moment. Every pre-approval is a compliment with a hook in it. The envelope goes into the cardboard bale, the most profitable 4 seconds of the day. At 3:45, your phone buzzes twice. Your sister, and one number in this day, finally gets to make a sound. She starts with the weather, the way people do when they're circling something. Her water heater died this morning. $1,150, and payday is 11 days out. I was going to figure something out, she says. You just did, you tell her. It's already there. The transfer beat her next sentence by a full breath. Here's the scale of it, honestly. $1,150 against $2.4 million is a 20th of 1%. Statistical dust. On her side, it's hot water tonight and a week that stops eating her. That trade, dust for a rescued week, is what the whole pile was always for. Carol will try to pay it back. You'll lose that argument on purpose. The ledger gets its strangest entry, money that made a sound, heard by exactly one person. At 6:30, dinner, a green notebook, and the one person alive who can read your whole ledger. $42 at the pump, and the tank's good for 2 weeks. The man ahead of you buys $40 of scratch tickets, carefully, like produce. He wins $2 and seems genuinely happy. You don't roll your eyes. Hope is a budget line. You just fund yours differently. On Route 12, a billboard, new estates, from the low $600s. There was a year a sign like that could reach into your chest. Now it's weather. The pickup's dent catches the last of the sun, same as always. Home in 9 minutes. Ruth's car is already in the driveway. Ruth, 29 years married. Exactly 5 money fights in all of them. Each one ended the same way. First Sunday, this table. The green notebook comes out. This is the 12th one. It gets exactly 1 page. Numbers on the table, phones off, 30 minutes. Taped inside notebook number 1 is a 1989 electric bill. Your mother paid it in quarters. You were 11, and you counted them with her. Some sounds never leave a kitchen. Every page since has answered it. Over dinner, Ruth mentions Gary's putting in a pool. You say you'll bring the lemonade, and mean it. Envy has no line in the notebook. 20 minutes from now, a $1,140 browser tab is going to test every page of it. On the fridge, under a magnet, hangs a thank you card addressed to Anonymous. Little League catcher's gear, $2,500, appearing every August from nowhere in particular. Ruth taped it up herself. It's the only trophy this house displays. 1 test left tonight. It's been sitting in a browser tab for 19 days. The tab, a table saw, $1,140. You want it the way other men want boats. House rule, anything over $200 writes its name on the fridge list. Then it waits 30 days. The list is a graveyard. A kayak died there in March. A pizza oven didn't survive February. The saw is on day 19 of 30. Still true in 11 days? You'll buy it new, in cash, without a flicker. Most wants don't survive a month of being written down. The list isn't a cage. It's a lie detector for wants. You close the tab. The saw will keep. And that's the whole day, which means you're owed an answer. 9 years, 1 street, 1 counter, 1 corner shop. Why has nobody seen it? Here's the answer you were promised at dawn, and it isn't humility. Money is invisible until the moment it's spent. Spending is the only signal it ever sends. Walk the day backwards and watch the same move repeat. The stoplight, the loud truck was $570,000 of someone's future, converting itself into engine noise. Your $22,000 no. Money declined makes no sound at all. Nobody can admire a raise you never took. The 345 transfer, even your generosity was wired, not worn. Every decision you live today routed money into ownership. The basket, the paid-off roof, the cash. And ownership doesn't glow. An index fund has no engine note. A paid-off house looks exactly like a mortgaged one from the sidewalk. Dee can read a jacket and a coffee order, not a brokerage statement she'll never see. So the camouflage isn't a costume Walt puts on. It's the absence of every signal he never bought. Not modesty. Wiring. That's the invisible ledger's only rule. A dollar can look rich, or a dollar can be rich, and every single one must choose. He chose 34 years of dollars, one payday at a time. Nobody noticed. That was the design working. Tomorrow at 6:40, the bell over the corner shop rings again. Dee hands a $2.40 coffee to a man in a tan work jacket. In his hand, the worn craft bag. Day 5, its last. She'll file him, kindly, under getting by. She'll be off by $2.4 million. If today left you wanting one honest move, take Walt's oldest one. Tonight, 10 minutes. Open one boring broad index account and schedule one automatic transfer for the day after payday. Any amount. It won't photograph. Nobody will clap. That silence is how you'll know it's real. Because money you can see is money that's leaving. And the money that stays is the money nobody notices. The man with the craft bag has a name. His name is Walt. Today, so is yours.